Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? Over here in Montreal, it is Friday night, and I'm so sorry we were late. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but my guest, as you can see, ta-da, he's here. Welcome to the show, Andy Faulkner. Everybody applaud. Yay.
Thanks for having me. Woo!
All right. So welcome to the show, Andy. Oh my goodness, what's going on? I got something going on wrong here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. I need help to fix this, please. I have an echo. I need to mute the channel, please. Okay. 1 second. I have technical difficulties. I'm going to get some help here to fix this little thing. Give me 1 second. Okay, Andy, you got the show for a second?
Oh, no. It's all on me. So thanks for tuning in, everyone.
It's a deco. I got to mute the channel.
My YouTube channel is called Stay Poppy. It's not a huge channel. Most of my reach is on TikTok these days. I haven't focused much on the YouTube channel, but the YouTube channel has tons of videos. Check them out. Save a Poppy.
All right.
Okay.
How good is that vegan?
Can you hear us?
She's amazing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Katie.
You can hear me. Okay, great. I'm sorry. Something went wrong there. For some reason, I was getting an echo from another channel. Anyway, are we okay, everybody? Yeah? All right, perfect. So, Andy, can you say something to make sure I can hear you?
Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you.
Go Vegan World ASAP.
Thank you, everyone, for being patient. You know, we are not professionals here. It's just us people trying to save animals. We're trying to learn the technology. You know, I'm 57. How old are you, Andy?
49. So
49, you see?
I'm going 106 years there, so we're going all right.
So thank you for all 103 of you who have been patient and are waiting. I really do appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna talk about how Andy and I met, and we're gonna talk about animal rights activism and how it is the same or different in our two countries. I'm here in Canada. So Andy, the first time I saw you was on Facebook, and you were sawing teddy bears apart and smashing dogs and doing all kinds of crazy things to stuffed animals. And I was like, what is he doing? So tell everyone about your type of activism and what it is that you do.
I just do stuff to keep myself sane, really. So sometimes I impersonate farmers, and I just use soft toys as the victims to portray exactly what cows, lambs and bulls and chickens and dairy calves and fish are going through. So I basically just beat the living shit out of these soft toys with hammers and saws and whatever I can get my hands on, drop microwaves on top of them to show how it works in the farm world.
Right.
You enslave an animal and Holocaust them. So, yeah, so just to try and get people to see the insanity of this situation of what we're doing to living beings. So sometimes I'll behave like a farmer. Sometimes I'll dress up as a slaughterhouse worker and humanely kill a human, you name it, and just put it on TikTok.
I saw you just, I guess on Facebook, I saw you recently. Yeah, you were all covered in blood and you had some wig on and you were somebody was dressed up like a turkey or chicken or something. And you were saying, oh, shut up, don't worry, I'm going to kill you humanely. Right?
Yeah, that was my friend Heather, actually. She was just sitting in the chair, just tied up as you are, and in a slaughterhouse. And I said, it's going to be fine. You let me know how you want to die. I'll gas you. I'll shoot you in the head. I'll just behead you, Islam style, whatever you like. You pick, and we'll do that. Yeah.
So this is what I think is really great about my guest here. Andy is very creative, and one of the other things I saw you doing, Andy, was you were writing with these special kind of markers all over your car, all kinds of messages about animals, about what they go through, with links to different websites and stuff like that. And I just thought that's such a great idea, because it's so true that your car or your bike can be a form of activism. I'm always trying to encourage people, for example, to, write on their shirts. I don't know if you can see, but it says that vegan teacher, and the word vegan is going to spark a conversation. Somebody's going to see that I'm a teacher, and they're going to come and say, hey, what do you teach veganism? What's that? What's going on? And then I talk to them. So you do that with your car. Tell us a bit about that.
Oh, the car is an advertising beast. We should be putting on facts all over our car everywhere we go. And it costs like $5 to grab just a white paint pen, and just to start. Just my car says, "Did you know the male calves in the dairy industry are shot in the head. Did you know newborn baby roosters are dropped in a blender? And I've just gone shopping and I'll just stand beside my car watching, and there'll be people walking past who stop and read it. And they've got no idea this sort of stuff happens. Then I'll walk over and say, did you know? And they say, no, I had no idea. And then you just hand them a flyer. Boom, they're on. Snapping them out.
It's such a great idea. And I'm often talking about that too, about, whenever I find, how people throw out cardboard boxes and there's little pieces of wood lying around on sidewalk stuff. It's all going into a landfill at the edge of people's driveways, right? I just say before it goes into a landfill, let's just give it another life, write a message on it with marker, and you can even just literally leave it in the garbage, but standing up like a billboard. It's going to stay there for 12 hours or whatever till someone picks up the garbage, and it'll say, cow's milk is for baby cows or whatever. There's so many different places that we can do activism that don't really cost much money, but that get a lot of sort of like those. I talk about the clicks. It takes 100 clicks until you become vegan. So that might just be one, but it all adds up.
We've got to swallow our pride. Who cares what they think about us? You've literally got to say, who cares? Who gives a shit what abusers think of us? But we have to say something. We wouldn't be quiet if, we're watching a black person be beaten up in the street. We would stop it. Why should we be quiet when it's animals? It's disgusting. We have to say something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, cow's milk is for baby cows. There, I wrote it on my little chalkboard there. Everyone, feel free to write some questions if you want. Feel anybody who is a vegan right now to help out by writing some important comments that I can put up on the screen. We want to remind people to watch the documentaries. Andy, why don't you tell us what the documentaries are that you recommend? Do it in slow motion. I'm going to see if anybody writes it here, and we can put it up on the screen.
I love your teaching style. This is epic. Let's start with the one from my country, Dominion. Dominion is Australian. It's
okay. So let's get somebody to write the word Dominion out there, and I'm going to put it on the screen. So it's actually Dominion Movement, or you can just write down watchdominion.com. I'm going to see who's the first person to write it. That person gets 1 point. Now, why don't we play a game here? Might as well have some fun. Okay, first person that I see, and you can. Oh, we got there, Forrest. I got. Let me see. Is it Forrest? Oh, now they're moving too fast. I got Wanda and I saw Forrest. Forrest, I know you're going to get a point too. And we also got Danity who wrote it. Danity, that's a cool name. All right. So watch Dominion. Oh, there's Forrest. Forrest, I'm trying to click on your name, but it's going super fast. All right. So thank you guys. This is great participation. So what we are trying to get people to do is watch this documentary. It is made in Australia and it is called Dominion Movement, but you can get there by going to just type watchdominion.com, watchdominion.com. Okay, Andy, name another one. We're going to see who's the first person to write that on the screen.
Land of Hope and Glory.
Land of Hope and Glory. Can you tell us a little bit about that one?
Filmed in England. Released.
Earthling Ed, is Earthling Ed the creator?
Yes, Earthling Ed. Yeah, I've got all these films on savepoppy.com/films. They're all in one place. They can just go and see 20 films in a row.
Yeah.
From all over the world.
Oh, I get the wrong one. I mean, it's running away from me. I'm trying to click on it. By the time
there's one.
I got that one. I got another one. And Julian, I see it. I'm trying to click on it. Yes. Land of Pooh and Glory. Oh. Nice try though. Oh, you got me. I clicked on it by mistake. Land of Amity got it. All right.
Yeah, very good.
Well, that was cute. Well, it was cute and not cute. It was kind of, I fell for it. Land of, okay. I'm not going to fall for your tricks anymore. I'm going to only put down the actual right ones. Okay. Land of Hope and Glory. That is the name of a documentary that's also very important to watch. Yes. And what other ones have you seen that you highly recommend that people watch to learn about what happens to these poor innocent animals all around the world?
Earthlings is powerful. 2005, a little bit old now, but still very powerful. And all the same practices still apply with all these animals.
Can you repeat it twice? Repeat it twice so people know it. If somebody can write it even if they've never seen it. Oh, I got one. Bugged Thoughts. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. It goes so fast, guys. Where did it go? Oh. Wait. Oh, damn, I can't get you. Bugged Thought. I saw yours. Okay, here's one. Did I get it? Earthlings.org. What is that? Guys, you're really tricking me now. Okay, I got to find Earthlings. Where is it? Maybe my helper here, my assistant, can help. I have somebody here helping me out. Please put them on the screen for me so I can continue this conversation. All right, I'm going to do it myself then. Oh, no, that's wrong. See, by the time I click, I go over it. This is not a good program, actually, because it hides it. And by the time I click on it, it's moved to the next one. This is not good. Guys, we're trying to go to Earthlings. All right, keep writing it. All right, here we go on Earthlings. So Earthlings.com is made, and a famous actor who is in it. Who is that?
Me or these guys?
You.
Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker.
Right.
Joker.
And what does he do in there? You want to tell everyone what he does in the movie?
In Earthlings, he's the director, producer of Earthlings. And he, I don't know much else.
He's the narrator. We hear his voice throughout as he calmly talks about these animals that are suffering there. And Andy, do you want to tell us a little bit about what happens? We're going to maybe go through some animals as we talk a little bit, maybe starting with the cows, because a lot of people don't know about the dairy industry. And some students actually say that they think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Like, we're talking like basic knowledge that they don't even learn in school. So let's get that one straight. Do brown cows give us chocolate milk?
Or do pink cows give us pink milk? It's strawberry milk. The crazy myths out there is just unbelievable. I literally sucked on cow boobs till I was 41. So what was I doing? What was I thinking?
You sucked on cow boobs, yeah, except you probably didn't put your head directly under them, but somebody just put it in a cup for you. But if there had been no cup that day, I'm sure that you would have, like many people here who still think that as adults, they need to drink cow's milk. It's crazy.
We might as well be lying under a cow in a field, just, someone would arrest me if I did that.
Isn't that weird? Like, imagine that if your dog had puppies and you just went up to your dog and just started suckling, like your neighbor, everyone would think you are messed up in the head. And yet people do it. People take cow's milk, and here's my mug.
And if I was to walk up to a cow and steal the baby, shoot this child in the head so I could drink the milk, I'd be put in jail probably. But this is perfectly acceptable and fine thing to do if you're called a farmer.
Yeah. And if you did it in public, if actually people saw what's going on, if you just went ahead and got yourself a cow and you just put your cow in, or I did here in suburbia, just put my cow on the front lawn, what would happen if I just took out a gun and just said, you know what, I'm just going to kill your baby because I really want milk in my coffee. So sorry, I just have to have my milk today. And I needed my cereal too. So, too bad for little baby boy cow. Everyone would be like, oh, that's totally fine, Miss Katie. No problem, because we do it too, right?
Yeah, well done. Shoot that animal in the head. Well done.
See, that's the crazy. This is how crazy humans are, because we know that if I ever tried to do that, like every neighbor, if I tried to come at a cow with a knife, every neighbor would freak out and try to stop me because they just couldn't bear to see it themselves. But everyone pays people to do this. This is the dairy industry. So that is the thing. Oh, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. The last name here on the screen is Roblox. I just want to say a little something about that. That when I first went onto TikTok, I didn't know what I was doing. And somebody told me, just go ahead and put a bunch of hashtags on there. And I thought, well, who do I want to attract? Well, I want to attract teenagers because I want them to learn the most. So I was writing Roblox and Minecraft and all these different names. And then I got, tons of teenagers following me. And I think that's why I have the worst audience out of any of the activists, because they're just like, at first they're like, oh, what's she doing on TikTok, this old lady? And then I started giving them all shit and telling them, like, you are not a good person if you are eating these animals. And then they're like, whoa, we don't like you. We don't like you telling us what to do.
How dare you shame them, Katie? Shaming is awful. Can't shame people for killing others.
You know what's interesting? People say that, right? Oh, you're shaming people. It's so wrong. But think of how much shaming went on with regard to COVID and wearing a mask. Just think about how many people got beat up trying to go into stores, like pushing and shoving, and shame on you for not wearing a mask. A lot of that went on. So shaming, everyone says, is bad. except when they feel like doing it.
Yeah. You know, it's okay to do what you like to animals and pay for them to be beaten up in hell, but don't dare tell me I'm doing the wrong thing. This whole culture of offense, and I'm offended. Oh my God. And they say that vegans are the pussies. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
These are the triggered ones here.
So tell me a little bit about the times that people got offended with different things you did. Let's go. Oh, let's go with TikTok. But hold on. Let's continue our little game here of mention another documentary, and then I'll look for it while you talk about TikTok.
So what was the question?
Mention a documentary. Or you know what? Maybe I will, since we were talking about the dairy industry. Cowspiracy. You agree?
Brilliant. Yeah, very good.
So somebody write Cowspiracy down, and Andy will tell us about what's happening in TikTok right now. Tell us about your account there.
My account is called Save Poppy, and I usually do 3 TikToks a day. They're 20, 30 seconds in length, and I'll do crazy stuff, like, which seems crazy to you guys, which is actually not that crazy compared to what happens to animals. Me just putting a stop eating animals on a stop sign is not very crazy.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Once you see what animals go through, then you'll think, oh my God, I've seen the slaughterhouse footage now. For him to put a stop eating animals sticker on a stop sign is nothing. Nobody's getting hurt here. It's just a little sticker on an inanimate object in the street. All right? But 3 trillion animals have their heads chopped off in comparison. It's like, oh my God, the insanity of what's going on. And I looked at my account this morning, and that video is on 190,000 views and nearly 7,000 comments of people just telling me off like I'm a graffiti artist. How dare I do that in the street and wreck the sign? Oh my God, you wrecked the sign.
It's so strange.
How dare you wreck the sign?
You know,
the animals, maybe 3 trillion beheadings. Hello, that you all pay for.
Right, and yet at the same time, these same people, these same kind of woke people, this category of people will so easily, after here in Canada, we just had this Stanley Cup game, one of the game. You know, everyone's rioting in the streets because a team put a hockey puck in a net, and like a police car was turned over, and you are putting a sticker on a stop sign that says, "Stop eating animals."
Yep,
that's it.
Offensive.
It's crazy. Our world is nuts, and you are doing it to try to help, to try to raise awareness. You don't get paid for it. It's just mind-boggling how this is vegan phobia, this is carnism, this is speciesism, and this is cognitive dissonance.
Yep, all rolled up into one. And I think we must get paid by the Broccoli Foundation, like we love what we do, or we're looking for attention or something. Oh my God, I've had to quit all the sports I love to play to free up time for activism. I haven't played any of the team sports I used to play. I haven't done that for 7 years now because activism had to take over. You know, so we make a lot of sacrifices to do what we've got to do to shine a light on the animals' hell.
Yeah. What's another documentary you'd like to have show on screen here? It rhymes with Cowspiracy.
Oh, what could it be? Seaspiracy.
Seaspiracy. Let's go. People, write down Seaspiracy. It's another documentary. Tell us about that one. What happens there?
Seaspiracy. Phenomenal film. Like, people are against plastic going in the ocean. Don't consume plastic. Don't buy plastic because it'll kill the animals in the ocean. And then they've got a fish in their mouth killing animals, which is from the fishing industry, which leaves millions of miles of plastic from plastic nets in the ocean, which also strangles and gets in the intestinal systems of whales, dolphins, turtles, the animals they say they love. So massive hypocrisy. If you're against plastic, but you're not vegan, you need to be vegan. It's embarrassing.
it's so strange. I just like, I'm just trying to think of, like, I'm sure I'm a hypocrite in other areas of my life. Probably you all are a little bit. You know, we say one thing, we do another. But this is like so life and death, and it's so stark. It's so immense what's going on that when you tell people, you really would think that they would just be like, oh, yeah, maybe I shouldn't eat fish. Yeah, I don't want
it's
fishing.
not a swimming vegetable.
Sorry?
They're not a swimming vegetable. They are someone. They're
Yeah.
not a thing. They're not a house brick. They do have a brain with a central nervous system that sends signals all over their body where they feel pain.
Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot to look for somebody who wrote Seaspiracy on here. Did anybody write it? I didn't see anybody. Oh, here's somebody. Oh, this is the first one I see. I'm sorry, guys, if it was late. I was staring at my guest here. So yeah, Seaspirit. Oh, Forrest wrote it as well. Let me try and go. I mean, now I'm scrolling back up and seeing. Yes, thank you, guys. And yeah, that's great. Watch Seaspiracy. Oh yeah, there we go. You guys are so good. What would I do without you? Some of these. I mean, I have the greatest moderators. I have the greatest teaching assistants. I really do. They are so helpful. They are there, you know, banning people that are just being mean on purpose, and they're always teaching. So it's just so wonderful, guys. Yeah, that's great. All right. So let's keep going. So Seaspiracy is a really important, not sure that's spelt right, but it's Seaspiracy. Yeah. Yes, they also talk about what goes on the ships there and how people are forced to work against their will. They can't really escape. And it's just mind-boggling what goes on. And you would think that
slaughterhouses on the ocean, slaughterhouses on the high seas, and people just stuck out there being enslaved and abused. Like, vegans are trying to stop human enslavement as well. You know, you stop human enslavement as well when you go vegan.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, here's a question for you, Andy.
I got a question.
Yeah. Can you read it?
Where?
On the screen.
Is that what am I even talking about? Is that the guy?
No, it's right on the screen. Look under me, right on my chest.
Oh.
Look at my chest, Andy.
I'm looking. Oh my God, I see it. Do I know Tash? Yeah, I've spoken to Tash quite often, but I haven't met in person yet because we're from different coasts of Australia. But she's on the East Coast now, so I might see her soon. And Stefania, I don't know her, but I've watched the actions from last week. They were phenomenal. Brave ladies, phenomenal women.
They are great animal defenders, and it's so great to see them together. I'd seen them. They don't live at the same area of Australia, but they got together and they went and did some protests, holding some signs, reminding people to watch Dominion.com. I love potatoes. I love potatoes. Who doesn't love French fries? Yeah. French fries. Guys, come on. You love vegan food. Who doesn't like French fries, right? Mashed potatoes. You can get mashed potatoes are so good. What else? You can make potato latkes that are vegan, right?
You don't even have to do anything with potatoes. You can buy them in that little $1.80 bag, the plastic bag. I said plastic, but minimal, doing the very best we possibly can practically. Dump that bag in the microwave, ding it for 12 minutes, put the balsamic dressing on it, bit of the old pink Himalayan salt, tastiest thing in the world. It's like
I love balsamic vinegar. Yeah. Okay. So Osbox, hi, thank you. And is this Canadian money? So I wonder if this person's Canadian. How exciting. All right. What happened to your TikTok, Miss Katie? Okay. Just a quick little thing about your writing. It's not you are TikTok. So just get, because I am actually an English teacher. So there's no apostrophe there, just for next time, in case you know, could be just an accident. What happened to your TikTok account? My TikTok account was removed and I don't know why. Oh, potato. What does it say? Wait, bring it close. Bring it close. Aussie baby, white potatoes, microwavable. Aussie baby, white potatoes, microwavable. Yeah, those look super easy.
Just dump that in the microwave. Ding. Oh, how hard is it to be vegan?
Hey, thanks to your assistant. Who, by the way, who was that helping you with the technology? It was a young lady, whatever her name was. Thank you to her.
Oh yeah, that was Joey, and this guy was Jamil, vegan house here. Yeah,
Okay. A vegan house. That is so amazing. Vegans all around. Oh, we have a
vegan
vegan
house.
house here too. We have my dog Bella sitting over there. My mother-in-law lives with us. She's vegan. She's 81. So, okay. So what happened to my TikTok account? I'm just going to answer this, and you're going to think of the next documentary. Okay, Andy, just think of it first. And then I'm going to, you guys get ready. The first person to write it gets a point. Hope you guys are keeping track of the points, because I'm not. Anyway, so what happened to my TikTok account? Well, my TikTok account was banned, and I don't know why. I was never given a reason, and I was never given any warning. I mean, I had a few just sort of warnings like everybody else, which were, don't post nudity. And I was like, I'm not. I'm like fully dressed. But like people would spam the account and say, she's posting nude content. And like they would just do weird stuff. And they were posting things like that I was posting violent things, which I really actually didn't do. I mean, a lot of the other activists were doing that, but I just stayed away from it because I knew right off the bat that they weren't letting me get away with that. I was too watched, and by the violent stuff, I mean, just the regular stuff that we do to animals that people do. It's terrible. And I was trying to raise awareness to that. But unfortunately, the account went down. And I recently wrote a letter to them, a registered letter, and it was like 6 pages explaining all the reasons why I should be there and why I think that their decision was vegan phobic. And I explained how vegan phobia is like racism. It would be like if I was there defending Black people and everyone was attacking me for that and lying about different things that I was doing and so on, they would never have taken down the account. If I was defending the LGBTQ community, they would never have taken down the account. Because I'm defending animals who are unable to defend themselves, there's, that's it. People just want to keep hurting them. And so that's why it's in their best interest over there to just get rid of me. Why would they want to be reminded about how horrible they are as humans, right?
How did you cope with that, Katie? Losing your TikTok account?
Well, I worked for 11 months. I would say, honestly, it really was 18 hours a day. Like it was nonstop. Even if I was taking a break, washing dishes, I was still thinking about, what kind of strategy could I use and what kind of song. I was composing songs like crazy. I was decorating my shirts. I was filming myself decorating the shirts. I was doing activism outside. I was filming all kinds of stuff. So it was pretty shocking. Like I remember the first time I went on there, and it's in portrait style. So I was like, I don't know what to do here. Like, what do I do? I just didn't even know how to hold the camera and hold it right. And then I got really used to being in this little phone booth. It's like, oh, okay, these are my walls and this is my place. And I got kind of used to it. So then when I stopped and came on YouTube, then I was like, okay, what do I do here on YouTube? Now there's all this space on the side. Like I can't show my logo anymore. Like, anyway, so it was a transition, but I really believe that every time something bad happens in your life, that there is something good. I truly, honestly believe that. You just might not see it the first week, maybe not the first month, but at some point it does become something good. And, YouTube has been good to me. I mean, it's been interesting. I'm learning a lot. I'm interviewing people, and it's just different. It's like, I'm still doing activism. Who comes? That's not in my power, really. There's 146 people watching right now. That's great. They're here. Thank you for being here. All right.
You should be so proud of yourself. You did brilliant. Unbelievable. I at my work, when I had work before COVID interrupted my small business, I'd do discos for schools, and a lot of the kids know you. And I'm in Australia, the East Coast, so I go to work and they go, "Do you know Miss that vegan teacher?" Sure
okay.
do.
That is so cool that people know me over there. Yeah, and Tash Peterson was also saying the same thing. Could my helper please put this comment up by Emmanuel? There's a $2 donation that I see on this screen, but I don't know how to put up there. So if somebody could do that for me, I don't know how to do that. Thank you. Yeah, Tash Peterson also said that her swimming students knew my song, "Eating Animals is Wrong, McDonald's." So that's kind of neat. That was one of the other things I did to get famous. But like I said, I don't like being famous, actually. I don't like the fact that everybody knows me and recognizes me. I just want to be a normal person. But, when there's nobody speaking for the animals, and you're it kind of thing. I'm sure you understand that.
There's not many people speaking for the animals. The ones that do should be so proud of themselves. yeah, they cop it. Yeah, we certainly cop it. We've been sworn at and spat at, and yeah, I've seen activists get punched in the head from just standing there holding a television, punched in the head. You know, for standing there defending the animals, showing animals having their heads chopped off. A lady's walked up and punched her in the head. And
Yeah. It's terrible. I've also seen that here in Montreal. Somebody was holding signs to protest against the horses that are pulling humans in Old Montreal, and you know, they're just like, it's just so wrong. Like they put these blinders on the horses, and there's so many people back there, and the horses just beaten any kind of spirit out of them. And this person was there, and then holding up a sign, and the person can bash right in the stomach, holding the sign. Vegan phobia is real, and it is wrong. Yeah, whenever anybody says it doesn't exist, nobody would ever punch somebody in the stomach for holding a sign that says Black Lives Matter or that LGBTQ lives matter. Nobody would do that in the normal everyday cities. Maybe in certain parts of the world, I could understand that. But, you know, in most of the first world cities, this would just be totally unacceptable. Mm-hmm. So we need to change the world. And I thank you, Andy, for being one of the people who speaks out constantly to help the animals. And there's so many great activists who are out there who inspire me to keep going on. And thank you to Emmanuel. I don't know what that means. I like toad, but I guess you like to eat toad, or maybe you like toads. I like toads. Don't eat animals, please. So next documentary. What would you say?
I don't usually sway away from the ethics, but for this one, I'm going to say The Game Changers.
The Game Changers. Somebody write it. Thank you, Matthew, for the donation of $1. Really do appreciate that. And Baby Yoda Fan Club. Thank you so much. I'm not sure what your message is, but you said you gave me $1.99. I just really appreciate that. Okay, so Andy
Avocado Soup got it. The Game Changer, or The Game Changers.
You saw it? You saw it? That's so great. Where is it? Oh, thank you so much, Trash Carcass. Thank you. Where's The Game Changer? I'm going to get it up. I'm going to find it. Or somebody else can put it. Wait, let me just read what Trash is reading. Okay, if one of my assistants helping could just hold on to the first one that wrote The Game Changers. Don't put it up yet. One sec. Trash Carcass, thank you so much for the donation. Would you like to read what she wrote, Andy?
Where is it?
Do you see it? It's right on my chest. Do you see it not right across it?
TikTok is owned by Ted Dance out of China.
By ByteDance out of China.
Oh, sorry. ByteChance. Bit of sun here. ByteChance out of China. There are allegations that it worked with the Chinese Communist Party to censor topics the CCP deemed controversial. Screw TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really a shame because TikTok is really great, and I encourage animal rights activists to stay there, honestly, for now, whatever you can do, because it has this algorithm that just bursts you out. You can see things from all over the world, all different people that you would never meet in real life, and it's just so fascinating when something gets going and somebody's interested in something, especially the more creative you are. Like you said, Andy, you put up a video and you got 190,000 views on one video. Is that right?
Yeah, well, just last night, that was months ago, and just last night it went up another 10,000. It's just like crazy. Just a few comments, just kick it off again. And you just look at all your other videos and they're just steadily climbing. They might only have, tiny little 100 or 200 in a few hours one day. And then you look a week later, it'll be on 2,000. It's just incredible reach. We should be on there.
Everybody should be on there. I was telling everybody that last year, more than a year ago. I was saying every single vegan should be on TikTok. It's such a great thing. Thank you so much, Matthew, and thank you again, Trash, for joining in here. So happy that you're here. Trash is one of my moderators. I also have other moderators here. I'm actually trying to work with two screens. This is the problem, because I've got when you're on this thing called StreamYard, you don't see all the comments the same way as you do when it's on YouTube. So I'm using two different screens, and that was all the noise at the beginning, in case you're wondering. I had, anyway, it's technical. I'm trying to learn it all. Okay, so What else? Yeah. So we're going to try to get the Game Changers on there. I don't know who is the first person to write it, but thank you so much, Avocado Soup, for writing it. And we have Amity that wrote the Game Changers. This is so great. Oh, and yeah, was there anybody else? I'm scrolling up the Game Changers, and tell us about the Game Changers.
Game Changers. Wow. Professional athletes it's focused on who
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Make the switch to plant-based and who thrive. Olympians and weightlift world record holders, who just muscly people who are just destroying it. So, and there's this. Am I allowed to talk about things like ED, Katie?
Yeah, you can talk about absolutely anything. I don't believe in censoring topics. People sometimes accuse me of censorship because I censor when they write the word bacon, but I don't consider that censorship because you're not actually making any kind of point. This is a vegan classroom. We're talking about veganism. We're talking about the animals and how to protect them, the environment, and our health. You want to talk about that? You're welcome to. So you're talking about ED and eating disorders?
No, ED stands for erectile dysfunction.
Oh, that ED. Okay. There's two of them.
Still all right with it?
Yeah, of course you can talk about penises. You can talk about anything here.
Yeah, well, it is 100% true, and it's proven in the Game Changers that if you eat animal products, you take in animal cholesterol and you take in animal saturated fat. And what does it block? It blocks your arteries. Arteries inside your brain, if they're blocked, you'll have a stroke.
Your heart?
Your heart, it'll have a heart attack. And if it blocks you down in your private regions, the penis, you have a thing called erectile dysfunction. All right? Now, if that's manly, oh my God, that's not exactly manly. It's not something you want to be proud of, the old erectile dysfunction. So when you go vegan, and I've spoken to a lot of guys who are old bald blokes like me, this is fixed within weeks. Just a mere couple of weeks, you are well on the way to recovery. So I'm not saying that to boast, and I'm saying that for you guys to say it's proven that it unblocks your arteries. It reverses heart disease. And the number one killer of humans, guess what it is?
Heart disease.
Yep.
Yeah. So exactly. So yeah, because it's exactly true. And also, well, you think about it, you need to get oxygen to all of your body parts, your brain and your eyes, and everywhere, your pancreas, your kidneys, your spleen, your liver, everywhere. You need to get that blood pumping around. So if your arteries are blocked, and blood is trying to go through, and they're blocked because you have too much cholesterol, you're eating too much meat, you're not going to be healthy. And I agree with you. This is not my favorite topic, even though I worked as a registered nurse for 25 years. My reason for being vegan is for the animals. That is the only reason.
100%.
It just happens to be healthy for us as well, good for us.
Yep. It's a bonus. It's a bonus that we're so healthy.
And the environment.
Yeah.
And this is why I consider Andy here to be one of A1 top-notch vegan activists. There's all kinds of vegan activists. Some of them barely do anything. But if you are willing to talk about every part of it, willing to admit that what goes on with the animals is rape, willing to talk about the animal holocaust, willing to talk about every single animal and what they go through, you're on my team. That's it. We're not afraid to speak the truth.
Yeah, just we have to just not be afraid. Just got to go out there and go for it. Even if we've got anxiety too. I get anxiety from this sort of stuff, but we got to swallow it and go, all right, I've got to get out there. I've got to just put it up and get out there. And if the hate comes, it comes. And if you can't read it, don't read it, but just keep posting, keep hitting the streets, keep doing your thing. We go out there every week with a sandwich board, and we call it a onesie walk, wearing a cow onesie, or sometimes I'll wear a chicken suit, and just with some facts on it, and just ask people questions and hand out tons of information. People come up to us and go, oh, I love meat. Okay. I love sport. Yeah. Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah, I love basketball. Thanks for yelling at me.
Thanks
or whatever.
I love watching TV. Thanks for that. Yep.
Yeah. It's crazy. Okay, let's just go. So we have a comment here for you, Andy. I'm not sure if you can see the screen because you have a lot of sun there, but can you see it?
Yep. Can see it. Andy, can you describe a bit more some of your activism you do. I saw a picture at Cube of Truth events, for example. A lot of the cities have a Cube of Truth, or they call it an Earthlings experience, where they just head out as a little team and hold a laptop or a television and show animal slaughter. Yeah, not just one animal slaughter here or there of a dog or someone did a bad thing. We show systematic commercial animal abuse, the standard everyday animal agriculture, farming animals for their flesh, their milk, their skin, their eggs, all the ways they torture these animals. We just show the standard industry practices. Yeah. So we get out there and do that all the time, and it's
really important to do the work. And I always say it's really important to film it too, to get people to live film it and share it on Facebook and on YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok. Just film yourself doing it, because then you get to a far larger audience than just the few people that are in front of you at that moment. I want to just take a moment here. We got the Baby Yoda Fan Club official YouTube channel. Okay. Says read the check. Thank you for the donation. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to everybody else who is still hanging in here. Somebody says, what do I think about the comments on your recent poll? I'm sorry, I write so many polls. I haven't checked the most recent one, but I will definitely check it out. For those of you who don't know, I write polls on my YouTube channel, and I use it as a way to teach. Sometimes I don't really actually give any answers except the right answers, because I don't really, because you see, if I say, do you love animals? 99% of the people are like, no, I hate them, which is not even true, because my audience is primarily a bunch of people. My actual audience is mostly teenage boys, if you believe that. That's so bizarre, but that's who the majority are, or young teenagers, or young people 18 or 24, something like that. I don't understand it, because I don't know what they see here, but they seem fascinated. Maybe I represent like the teacher that they all hate, and they just want to like pow, 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 just like gang up on me. I don't know. All right. So go ahead and read this one, Andy.
He's called the most aggressive vegan in Australia, probably because of his reckless actions. Reckless.
Reckless. What are you doing? You mean walking around in a chicken suit and buying a marker and writing on his car? That's pretty reckless.
Yeah, or dressing up as a farmer in my backyard and lying under a teddy bear.
Lying under a teddy bear. Oh my god. Yeah.
Pretending I'm actually like sucking cow breast milk. If your name's Isaac Butterfield, you have no idea what that is, though. You think it's some sexual act. But anyway.
So yeah, let's talk about Isaac Butterfield. So he's a comedian in Australia. He has let me do that loosely. Comedian in Australia who does stand-up comedy, and he talked about me on his channel. He talked about you on his channel, and he talks about how he thinks vegans are crazy. But the reality is he's a very weak man. He doesn't have the self-control to be vegan. Doesn't have the self-control to stop putting dead animals on his plate. He actually thinks he's a man, and he has some sort of meat fan club, or I don't know what he has, and it's pretty pathetic. It's really bad. Could
you imagine being offended by people that minimize their animal abuse as much as possible? Not perfect, because I might accidentally step on an ant today, but minimize our animal abuse as much as possible. And he's offended by that? That takes a special kind of snowflake right there.
It does. Yeah, it's a shame. It really is. What can you do? Hey,
like I'm a guy who can defend myself, but to pick on you though, Katie, grandmother, amazing, sweet Katie, to make videos about you. Oh my God.
It's amazing how many people, like when I was on TikTok, I didn't even know what was going on YouTube. I had no idea. One day I just wandered over there. I was like, oh my God, there's all these videos about me. And there's so many lies, like people saying that I shit. So what did they say? I had a dump in a restaurant and was smearing it over the wall. There was some crazy woman doing something, and they put that in there and they said it was me. It's like, no, do you guys actually believe that? And then what else? I mean, I don't know. They say that I was fired from my job when I wasn't. I quit. And they said that what else did they say? I don't know that my dog was dying because she's vegan, and clearly she's totally alive. She's right there doing just fine. That she's so skinny, and in fact, she's actually overweight. Like, people are weird. They just see weird stuff. Anyway, yeah,
Unbelievable. Can we just address, someone in the comments said that plants feel pain. Can we just address that?
Oh, yeah, the poor plants. Wait, let's cry first. Oh, the poor plants. You know, do you have a sign on the front of your door that says, please rescue my plants in case the firefighters come? Or do you have a sign that says, please rescue my dog? Like, I mean, for me, I have a big sign that says, please rescue the cucumber in my fridge when you come if there's ever a fire.
We're not going to let the dog perish in the flames. We're going to rescue the animals and the humans, and we're not going to rescue the daffodil. It's okay.
It's so crazy. Yeah. So,
we should explain that the plants don't have a brain, and you require a brain to feel pain. So they can cut open a potato and you won't see a brain. That's called science. So follow the science.
Yeah, they don't have a nervous system, and nature made them that way, without a nervous system, without a brain, because they don't need to run away from harm. Any sentient beings need to feel pain because they need to know that there's danger to be able to run away, fly away, swim away. And a tree doesn't run away. So I'm all for trees.
Pigs and chickens and cows will try and escape. But the bananas will not run for their lives when they're being picked.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, then we got here. We have milk is stolen from babies. That's right. Milk is stolen from babies. Imagine doing that. Imagine you don't need to drink milk past the age of infancy, for one thing. Second of all, you just don't need to take it from another species. And you know what's really strange is if there was human milk in a grocery store, like human milk on the shelf, buy this human milk and put it in your coffee. Most people would be like, ew, I'm not going to drink some other woman's milk. Like, ew.
Because we're not a baby anymore.
And yet
we're not a baby anymore.
And yet
what are we doing? We're pretending we're a baby cow. What is with that? We're not baby cows. We're not babies. We're not cows.
We're not.
What is with that?
All right. So, yeah. Okay, what's this? Oh, let me see if I'm going to click on it. Oh, someone said hi. It's so hard for me to click on the actual one. If somebody who's helping, who has the controls here, please click on some amazing comments for me, please. Oh, there was one from Haz there about being an animal rights. It's gone now. Be an ethical animal defender act. Yes, thank you, Haz. Thank you for being here all the time. I have some great teaching assistants who come and help me out here so that I can pay attention to teaching, and they are kind of like educating in the comment section. It's so great. All right. You want to read this one?
Can you give some advice about doing activism on social media? Well, you're probably better at answering this one than me, Katie, because your success is phenomenal with some of your videos reaching 25 million, just one video. Some of my combination of 300 TikTok videos have reached probably 4 or 5 million, but nothing compared to you. Just post is my advice. Just get it up. Don't think, oh, it's got to be perfect. I won't put it up today. I'll just work on it for another week or two, because you'll never do it. Just get it up, post it. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you deliver a strong animal rights message, and back yourself, and you can back yourself because you've got so much truth on your side, because chopping someone's head off is not nice. So you can't defend that. So you have 100% truth on your side. Just post it and start posting and keep posting. And if you worry about the comments, don't read the comment section and just keep posting.
I agree with you.
Look at the views and go, oh, wow, it's getting views. Post again. Go, wow, it's working. Post again. I can't, don't have to look at the comments at all. Just train yourself.
I totally agree. I told people that if the comment section is, because it can really hurt people's feelings. They're not used to how horrible the world is out there. And, there's, like I said, vegan phobia is very strong. You get I've had some teenage girls, 13 years old, even teenage boys who are like 12, 13 on TikTok. And they were just like, I don't understand why everybody's so mean to me. Like, this is making me cry. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm just telling people I don't want to kill, I don't want to kill pigs. I want to take care of little pigs. I want to, where's my babies? It's babies. There's mama pig. There's the babies. And the kids are just like, oh, I just don't want to hurt animals. And people are just being so mean to me. They're just saying, fuck off. I hope you die. It's the weirdest thing. If we were defending dark-skinned people or First Nations people or women who are being abused or, name it, the LGBTQ, we would not be treated the way that we are. Vegan phobia is real and it is wrong.
Yeah, like children receiving it as well is so disappointing because
it's so hard. It's so sad.
Those kids are being amazing. Those children should be so proud of themselves. They are
absolutely. Kids, if you're out there watching, if any kids are watching, any teenagers, I salute you. I am so proud of you for sticking up for the animals, for keeping on going. And like what we said, just keep hanging out with us, all the activists, to be inspired, and you'll get through it, and just keep going. Do you want to read this one, Andy?
Well, cows do need to be milked. Otherwise, it could lead to health problems, including death. Oh, God, where do you go? I've got a glove inside. It's a farmer's animal rape glove. It's the length of the arm. And this is so that they can put their arm into the private parts of a cow to scoop out poo and hold her cervix in place before they shoot in bull semen to inseminate that and make that cow pregnant.
And they get the semen. They get the semen from raping, from sexually assaulting the bull to begin with. So there's rape there, and there's rape. And then when the mothers have these
sex toys up the bull, sex toys, collecting semen. This is bestiality. This is molestation. This is just next level sexual abuse.
Absolutely horrible. That any single person here watching still drinks milk, knowing that happens. If you are still doing that, you're fucked in the head. Honestly, something is seriously wrong. They are literally raping the bulls and the female cows and stealing their babies, and then this nonsense. Wait, we want to address the comment on the screen, though. We never talked about it. The one that was there before, it said that cows need to be milked. The cows need their babies. That's what the cows need. They don't need their babies stolen, and then for us to take the milk. Leave the babies with the cows. And gradually, the more people that stop drinking milk and stop eating the body parts of these cows and all of the other animals, the less there will be of them in the world. They will gradually phase out, and people will be eating plants, which is much better for the environment, for our health. And guess what? It's also good for the animals because they don't want to die.
I've been into slaughterhouses and met a lot of these baby calves that are no longer with their mothers, and they're waiting to have their head axed off because they're just a waste product. The dairy industry doesn't need these animals. They're just a result of that birth. So that mother is lactating out her boobs because you want to pick it up off the supermarket shelf and pretend you're a baby cow. Those little babies in the slaughterhouse are meant to be drinking that milk, but you are. You are directly responsible for this. You need to own up to your actions and say, this is what I support. I support massive animal abuse, and that makes me an animal abuser. You need to own up to that and go vegan. If you're not vegan, you're a serious animal abuser. There's no way out of this. This is black or white. All right. This isn't a little diet we're talking about. This is a very serious issue right now, and you're the cause.
Yeah. On the screen it says, "I am the world's most hated vegan, and you're the world's most aggressive vegan."
Just speak the truth. We're not even making this stuff up. It's just what happens. So, and we're just talking. We're not paying people to do this to animals. We're just using our voice. How's that aggressive? Put it on a chicken suit. Aggressive. Little sticker on a sign. Aggressive.
Yeah, write that vegan teacher on a shirt. Aggressive.
Wow.
Why
it is a worry because this is a cancel culture that we're dealing with right now, and an offended society. And it'll get to the point where we can't even speak up for animals soon. So
yeah, because they're
like
stopping
yourself,
us. They're stopping us from filming inside the slaughterhouses. So they're basically saying, we know it goes on and we don't want everybody to know about it because, you know, it's just too upsetting for them. So don't film them anymore or we'll put you in prison.
Yep, this is exactly what happened to us in Sydney only a few weeks ago. We've been told we can't film slaughterhouse footage, slaughterhouse footage on the streets anymore because it might offend the children. And we're like, we don't pay for slaughterhouses to stay open. That mother and the child.
Did they actually say that now? They won't even let you show the slaughterhouse footage.
Yeah, we have to adjust everything in Sydney now. We can't show slaughterhouses. It's against the law.
That's wrong. That is just wrong.
Yep. So we have the police.
That is
a lot of discussions with the police at the moment, and yes, that's.
How are you going to tell the truth? That's like saying, we're going to teach about the Holocaust in school, about what happened to the Jews, but you know, we're not going to show anything at all. We're going to burn all the pictures of the dead bodies, and we're going to burn all of the buildings. We're just going to tell, by the way, a long time ago, some Jews were killed. It was just like, we don't want to say exactly how many because we don't want to offend anybody, but you know, oh well, that's nuts. People need to know what happens in order to not let history repeat itself. And right now, history, the Holocaust, is repeating itself every minute of every day by these poor animals suffering.
So the people walking past the TVs, apparently, the police are saying, are complaining, I have to see what I pay for. I have to see the animals having their heads chopped off, which I have paid for. I am offended by this. They need to stop showing the animals being hacked into pieces, which I pay for. How dare they?
I only want to see their dead body on my plate.
Yeah.
I can only see it on a TV screen outside of the restaurant.
I love animals, and I just want to see them hacked into pieces on my plate.
Yeah.
Don't make me see the whole process.
Yeah.
How dare you, vegans? Disgusting. Extreme. Militant. Oh my God, militant, crazy vegans.
And these people who, like, when they have, they buy, like, whatever, Kentucky Fried Chicken, a package of it. And then when they find a feather in it, they freak out, call the company, make videos about it. There was a feather in my dead animal, you know, bath bucket full of, like, body parts. How dare they put a feather in there?
You're eating their veins and tendons and muscles and flesh, and you're pooing them out down the sewage.
Let's talk about that, by the way. Let's talk about toilets.
You're pooing animals down the toilet.
Tell us about your TikTok that you did about toilets.
Oh, that's right. Well, I happened to walk into a public toilet, and there happened to be some writing on it, which said, on the lid, which said, flushing of animals down toilet not allowed. And then you lift up the lid, and it said, go vegan, or vegans only. It said vegans only. And so there's a new law in place that only vegans can use public toilets because we don't want to flush animals down toilets. Who wants to flush an animal down the toilet? That's just probably a horrible thing to do to an animal. No animal wants to be flushed down a toilet. That's sewage.
Yeah, don't put animals in toilets ever. Never. Not at any time. Not even after they've been through your body and around all your intestines and you poop them out. No. Animals do not belong in toilets. Nor do stuffed animals, and nor do real animals. Any animals. No herd animals.
No. But I noticed in the comment section, Katie, quite a few people saying we're carnivore. That couldn't be further from the truth. Our entire anatomy, our physiology points towards primate. Our closest ancestors, you know, are monkeys and gorillas, not a lion. What are these? We don't have claws. We don't have. What are these? These aren't fangs.
Don't you love that when they do that? They point to their teeth and like, what about these? Check out my claws. And meanwhile,
chase down a zebra and with high speed and tackle them and bite into their flesh and eat it raw.
Have you ever tried to bite Have you ever tried to bite like a leather shoe, or seen a leather belt? Like, you can't bite through that. we're not equipped. Like we're
No.
just.
And speaking, if we were carnivore, we would look at the TV screens we were showing on the streets, and we
Truly.
would stand there in front of the slaughterhouse footage and go, "Whoa, that's awesome! Look at them beating up those animals and
I can't
hacking.
wait.
I love this. I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay here for 6 hours and watch it all."
Yeah,
That's
if
what
we
we would
were
do
if
for
we
a
were true
carnivore.
carnivores, yeah, and we would run as soon as we saw a dead squirrel on the street or a dead cat, or we would run to eat it. We would be salivating like, oh, we can't wait to
Pick
eat
it
it
up. Eat the
without cooking.
roadkill.
Without
What's wrong with
cooking
you?
it.
Eat the roadkill. Prove you're a carnivore.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're brainwashed. Brainwashing. You go vegan, you snap out of that brainwash. You leave the death cult.
Yeah. Thank you, Twisted A, for this. You want to read it, Andy?
Well, I like this one. Scientific studies have proven that dogs, cats on a vegan diet live just as long with the same health complications. Yeah. I've got a vegan dog. He lives with my mother actually, but I visit him 6 days a week and get him exercised, and he's super healthy and happy.
Yeah.
Why would you kill animals to feed another animal? We don't have to.
Doesn't make sense. And I say to people too that if you have 2 dogs and you really, like, say there's for whatever reason you have no power, you can't get to the grocery store, and you really think that your dog absolutely needs to eat meat and can't eat vegan food, which dog are you going to kill to feed the other one? You have a cat and a dog. Which one are you going to kill the cat to feed the dog and to feed the dog to feed the cat? What are you going to do? Or maybe, just maybe, you could actually realize that dogs and cats can survive on vegan diets. They are. Get some proper nutrition. Don't just feed your dog a banana and a celery stick. I mean, get the stuff that has the taurine in it and the healthy vitamins and minerals, and it can be done. And in fact, it's your ethical responsibility to do that. We have no right to kill other animals for the animals that are in our home. I have a cat and dog. I love animals and eat them. I'm an idiot. You're right. Thanks for writing that.
No. They wrote I'm proud. But did you see?
No, I don't. I just see I'm an idiot. I don't see I'm
proud.
Oh.
Well played. Yeah. Can you love animals and not be vegan? Like, you can, but you'll be a massive hypocrite. So who wants to be a hypocrite? I didn't want to be a hypocrite, and that's why I went vegan. I was like, stuff being a hypocrite, living on accident. I want to live on purpose. Yeah.
All right. So another one. Go ahead, Andy. You read.
It's not possible to love animals and also eat them. You might love dogs or cats, but you can't call yourself an animal lover if you eat animals because you're paying for them to be killed. Pretty spot on. Has vegan, very accurate.
Yeah. I love Haz's name because he's got the name Haz and then vegan. So it says it all, First name, you can picture a person, and then you can say, person's vegan. No, that's good. All right. So we were going through the different videos to watch. And you mentioned, so far, we've mentioned the different documentaries that we both agree that you should all watch. And they are. And if anybody wants to write them all down in one big list, that would be awesome. I would just print them. We've got Dominion. We've got Earthlings.
Land of Hope and Glory.
Land of Hope and Glory. Cowspiracy. Seaspiracy.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix, that one.
Yeah, and we have the Game Changers, which is just to show you that you can be healthy. You can absolutely be healthy as a vegan. And in case you don't believe it, that's just a bonus. And there's also What the Health is another documentary that came out, which talks about all kinds of things regarding health and how diabetes can be reversed if you are eating properly. And it's this whole myth that you shouldn't be eating carbs. Of course, you need whole foods just the way that nature intended them. Don't buy all of this processed stuff and then think that you're going to be healthy as a vegan. Well, you got to eat healthy. Got to be disciplined. You got to be a little bit tough. You got to make sure you get your spinach. Just put it in your smoothie and just pack that down in there. Just when you think you've had enough, no, get some more and pack that down in there. Put a banana in there. What do you put in your smoothies?
I put in wheatgrass, Brazilian nuts, bananas, mango, strawberries, berries, water. Blend that thing up there and you're laughing. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, you don't need all this. Like when I first became vegan, I thought, oh my God, I need like coconut and all the oils and all this stuff. And it just doesn't have to be that fancy. Just any frozen berries and put something green in there, some kale or some spinach. We put spinach and bok choy and you can't even taste it. Kale is a different thing. You can sort of taste it, but pack in the veggies and,
Put in a little bit of golden syrup if you want, and you give it a bit of a sweet edge to it. And
sometimes we put
real good.
We put some vanilla in there sometimes to sort of taste like milkshakey. It almost tastes like a treat. I don't know if maybe because I've been vegan 5 years now, I'm just like so used to stuff, but it really, it's amazing. I used to before I became vegan, I didn't eat that great. I ate toast all the time, which is fine. But like my favorite things were toast and muffins and bagels and pancakes, like all these just wheat type things with not that much fruit, not that much vegetable. And anyway,
I love
thank
this.
you for mentioning.
Miss Dash has said, Miss, can I ask a question? I love this. It's like a classroom. This is beautiful.
Yeah. Hold on a second. So yes, you can ask me a question, sweetie pie. But I also wanted to say thank you to the person who put all the videos up there. That was great. Yeah, people can ask questions, but a good thing to do is to not ask, can I ask a question? Because it's just better to ask the question, because by the time I see that, then I don't know where you went because everything's moving so fast. See, if we were in a classroom and you had your hand up, I would think you were really polite and I would just love you. You would be one of my favorite students. But here, unfortunately, you have to just ask your actual question. All right. So if somebody says Jesus wasn't vegan, I don't know. Do you think that's true? I don't think that's true. I think first of all, who knows? Jesus lived a long time ago, if he even lived at all. Let's say he did. Jesus was a good guy, apparently. Do you think right now, Andy, that Jesus would want us to hurt animals?
Well, this is over 2,000 years later, and our interpretation of what was written in the book. So we've created, from our interpretation, 2021 slaughterhouses. Now, if Jesus was alive and walked into a slaughterhouse, would he see heaven or hell?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is hell, and nothing could possibly be worse than that scenario, this situation. We're letting Jesus down.
Yeah. I think if Jesus did exist, I think, and if heaven does exist, we're going. You and me, we're going, because we are here for the animals. Hey, we're going to party if there is heaven. I don't believe there's heaven, but whatever. If there is, we're going to be dancing on the clouds, and we're going to be so happy that we did our best to. Once we found out about the cruelty that happens to the animals, we did our best. Yeah. I think that I can say that we're both trying really hard to try to raise awareness. And all you people who are still eating animals, please stop.
How many years were you an animal abuser, Katie?
Well, I was vegetarian for a long time, so I was just so great because I was vegetarian. So like, I was just awesome before.
Well, that means you're an animal abuser. So how long were you vegetarian and abusing animals?
I know. I was vegetarian. And like a lot of people who are vegetarian, I was like, I thought I was doing some good. But of course, I was a complete hypocrite. This is why I tell people vegetarians are the worst. They are as bad as meat eaters, because I know. I was vegetarian and I would put double the cheese on my pizza and I would eat eggs every single day, sometimes twice a day, because I was compensating because I was missing the meat. It's total bullshit. Just stop it all. And in fact, if you are seriously thinking about being vegan, I suggest you start this way. Stop cheese, milk, yogurt. Stop the dairy products, ice cream. Stop those first and go and stop the meat after. You can switch it around because those things are as bad. And they are like everywhere.
And those industries should slave animals so badly for so long. Those mother cows are just in this state of lactation, pregnant milking, just baby stealing over and over and over again.
It's
Oh
the
my God.
stealing, it's the sadness. Like, and then you know, people say like, oh well, it's just a cow. Oh, come on. We all know that's wrong. I mean, even a baby bird, if you go in their nest and try to take one of the babies, like they freak out. Like animals feel. They're sentient. They're like us. Shouldn't be hurting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to read this one, Andy?
What about you, Andy? How long have you been vegan, and how did you become vegan? Not sure if you already talked about it. Vegan 7.5 years now, from a man who gave a great speech. His name is Gary Yurovsky. That's Gary Yurovsky. So phenomenal man. I thought I was heading plant-based for a couple of years, and I was getting fit and eating a lot of bananas. And then I was going to the fridge and getting chicken out of the fridge and just eating chickens at nighttime. And when I watched Gary Yurovsky's speech, I went to the fridge and opened it up, and I didn't see a sandwich or a bird. I saw a beautiful bird that had been tortured to death for me. I'd paid for a bird to be tortured to death, not just once, for 41 years. I paid for animal torture. I was an animal abuser, and I faced it straight away because Gary Yurovsky, in his speech, gave me the truth and called me an animal abuser, and had to take that on board, you know, show integrity, not just flip it off and go, I'm not an animal abuser, I'll just keep eating them. That's not the way we behave. We show integrity and we change our actions, and we go vegan.
And I think it's great. Gary Yurovsky helped a lot of us. And I think that that's probably why I am the type of activist that I am, because I needed to be like smacked with the truth. I needed to hear it straight. People let me get away with being vegetarian for way too long. People are like, oh, you're vegetarian? That's great. I mean, I wish somebody had just grabbed me by the shoulders and said, hello, wake up. It's not okay what you're doing. You are still buying eggs and you're still buying cheese, and can't you see what you're doing? You're a hypocrite. Just like when I was still buying dog food full of dead animals for my dog. When somebody said, you're not really vegan. How can you call yourself vegan? You're feeding your dog dead animals that you're paying for. So then I changed.
And this is the key why vegans have to speak up. If someone had been speaking up 30 years ago, I might have heard them and changed at the age of 11. 15. And then, I wish I did. I wish I changed so much sooner, as all vegans do. We never go back. We wish we had done it sooner. That's the only regret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did this woman go to church? Did this woman go to church? I went to a church and I spoke outside of the church and said that I think all churches should be vegan. I said people that go into churches are hypocrites, saying and thinking that they're good people, and yet at coffee hour putting bovine secretions into their coffee. That's not okay. You go to churches and you expect that there should be only soy milk there. It's a no-brainer. Why do they have stolen things in there? I thought you're not supposed to steal. Thou shalt not steal. And yet it's okay to steal the lives of animals and serve them there. It's okay to steal baby cows and steal their milk and serve that in a church. No. Synagogues, mosques, churches, all these buildings, schools, hospitals, all should be vegan, 100% vegan. No dead animals should be going into a school or a hospital.
That's disgusting, isn't it? And thou shalt not kill. That's just disgusting. And we're talking about someone. They're someone, aren't they? They're not a house brick. Animals are someone. A beautiful someone with a beautiful face. Yeah.
Animals should not be abused. They've done nothing wrong. Anybody listening here? We have 148 people at the moment. 159. We urge you to please watch these important documentaries. We're going to put them back on the screen again. If somebody can write them, please. We're going to be putting those up there almost like every 5 minutes, because we're going to be ending pretty soon. Andy, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. It's been so fun. I could just talk to you for ages. Maybe you'll come back on my show, back to my classroom as a guest speaker. And
thank you, Miss. I'd love to come back, Miss. Please invite me back. And thank you so much for inviting me on. I've had a ball. You're amazing, by the way.
Yeah. So read this last one. Let's end with this one, okay, Andy? Oh, your screen froze there for a sec. Oh, he's gone. Okay, I'm going to read the last one since I'm still on. Okay, be kind, be vegan, watchdominion.com, Earthlings, Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy, Forks Over Knives, Game Changers, Land of Hope and Glory, and What the Health. These are the things that we should be paying attention to and watching. Oh, and Andy is still there. I don't know if he knows he's on camera, but you're still here, bud. I don't know if you know you're still on camera, but you are. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for everybody who's joined me and helped to contribute to the comment section. Amazing moderators. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone. Bye.